Hello, hello.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. Pretty good. You?
I'm stuffy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. My dog puts his asshole on my pillow all the time. His fall dander covered dog butthole upon the place I lay my head at night, and I wake up very, very, very stuffy quite often.
So you got shit up your nose.
I mean, shit. I mean, it's like probably like.
Can't you
I
get?
mean, it's probably shit. I'm not gonna say there's no shit. I'm
Are,
not gonna. I'm not gonna completely deny the existence of shit.
are
I'm
you
just gonna
gonna
say
get pink eye from that?
no. You'd think I would have by now. I haven't.
Can you
Either
not get pink eye from dog shit then? Maybe just human shit.
I'd assume you can get pink eye from any shit. It's not. I'm gonna say if we're maybe exaggerating.
Are you
not
saying
actual
his shit
butthole.
don't stink?
Oh no, his shit do stink. Although when he poops the bed occasionally, that's also a thing that happens when you have an older dog. It's actually a doo-doo rock, not a loose poo. More of like a fossilized doo-doo pellet.
Until the one
That doesn't
day it
stink.
is a soggy melon.
Someday that'll be a sad day. When I wake up sloshing in poo that I don't know if it's mine or his. And just,
That's when he's gonna look at you and blame you.
I tell you, he's 9 years old, man. That dog gives zero fucks already. I'm lucky he hasn't eaten someone yet. So, oh yeah. I mean, wait, are we supposed to do that thing where we pretend we're? Oh, hello, welcome. We're past that.
You're here. Oh, welcome.
Oh, hi.
We didn't see you.
Didn't hear you come in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Have a seat. Have a seat. No, not that seat. This seat.
Yep. The one over there.
Why don't you get comfortable? Why don't you?
Would you like something to drink?
Don't drink. Don't worry about the fizz in the glass, baby. It's just Alka-Seltzer. Heard your tummy ache. Just drink deeply, sir.
Don't
Drink deeply.
roofie our guest, Craig. I don't know why I called you
Who's
Chris.
Chris?
I don't know.
Are you cheating on me?
Yeah, I don't know. Chris came out of my mouth. Who knows?
Is there an untitled movie podcast with Ron and Chris somewhere I don't know about?
That's funny. No, I wish. That would be a better show.
Is he better than me?
He's bizarro you, yes.
It's ridiculous.
He's just
I
fat.
cannot stop sniffling, kids.
He's
So,
fat
yeah,
and
we're,
stupid.
It's half bizarro me then. So kids, yeah, here we are talking movies. We're a podcast allegedly.
Yep. The Untitled Movie Podcast with Ron and Craig, not Chris.
Yes. Well, I'm Chris. That's Greg over there,
Yep.
and we're here to talk movies again. Once again, we're back, trying to stay consistent for you guys in the face of the ever-mounting adversity of having 4 children between the two of us, a stuffy nose, a dog doo-doo filled bed, a grass-covered boot on Ron, and a sweaty gym sock-covered foot on Craig. We're still here for you.
Yep.
Bringing you that butt ruckus. It's a thing I say. I don't really know what butt ruckus is, but I like to say it. It makes me happy.
It's like a ruckus coming from a butt.
That's the obvious explanation. Fucking, Captain Obvious guy.
Or
I'm
maybe
lost
a
now.
ruckus coming from an asshole.
Like asshole, like a bad person.
Yeah.
I've always used it to reference when you have a tummy ache, and there's some nastiness happening from your bottom side.
Oh, okay.
Into a turlet. Yeah. I'm bringing back turlet as a mispronunciation of toilet.
I always do it to see if people will catch on or look at me weird. My father actually says turlet and Earl, so.
Yeah, that is a true fact. I've heard him say both those things.
Yeah. I don't say it. I say it only on purpose. But it is funny. Some people will look at you like, what'd you say? You know, the turlet.
Yeah, the turlet.
It's like people who say crayon instead of crayon.
Oh, it's just they're fucking illiterate morons. But I used to know a guy who said, what was it? He said "worsh" instead of "wash." Gotta wash my hands.
There's no fucking E. This is clearly an A. At least the O-I I can understand in toilet.
Yeah, wash.
And crayon.
And I believe I've told the story before about my Halloween when I went to the lady's house and I was dressed like a ninja, and she said, "Oh, what are you, some kind of ninja?"
Yes, an Indian ninja.
Yeah, Ninjin. I think she was trying to be racist and fucked it up. Like, so she was just racist to too many people. Like she was like, I'm really gonna take the starch out of those Native American shirts and take the Japanese. I don't really know what her thought was, but she went hard. So good for her.
The two cultures America tried to wash out.
We're not nice people. So yeah, here we are back again on Tom Movie Podcast. Say it's Halloween month.
Yeah.
Or whenever you're gonna hear this.
Most likely Halloween. I think I could get it out for then.
Sometime around then.
Yeah.
Sometime Halloween adjacent.
It's definitely being recorded in October.
Yeah, we're recording in mid-October. Let me ask you a question. Standard tangent style here. Speaking of when Halloween adjacent, I feel like in our years of friendship, we've never truly discussed this. When does a holiday end to you?
When does a holiday end?
Yeah, because some people, right, like...
Well, for me, Christmas goes on through January. Maybe a week
Thanksgiving
after January, because I like to relish in it.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is
saying
one
like January 7?
Yeah, I'd say a week after. It's usually when I take my stuff down. I wait a little bit. The wife wants me to do it like the next day, but no.
Well, she's Jewish. She hates.
You gotta wait till after the New Year. You can't end Christmas time on December 26th. You need the tree up on New Year. Hanukkah lasts the same amount of time as Christmas because we're equal in this house.
That's fair.
Thanksgiving is the Thursday and the Friday, and that's it. Halloween, definitely November 1st. After Halloween, it's over.
So you're done immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I love the whole month of October. I love watching horror movies. I still do after Halloween, but I do love that whole month of October is Halloween to me. The whole month.
See, so Thanksgiving, I'll give it to like the following Monday.
Oh, you're going like school rules where, you get off and then you go back Monday.
Yeah, those 4 days are Thanksgiving to me. Because you're eating Thanksgiving food on the night before Thanksgiving, you're eating something crappy, right? You're partying, you're doing something. Thanksgiving itself, you're eating all the turkeys, the roast beast, the potatoes and whatnot. The next 3 days, you're eating those leftovers. You're doing your shopping. You're playing your video games. So you don't have to go to work. It's a little cold. People might still stop by, eat some leftovers. I feel like that whole thing is Thanksgiving.
You see, you get off the next day. You take off. I don't.
Well, you work. You work.
I work that right Thanksgiving. I work that day
you're actually
after.
Recording this from a lawnmower.
Yeah.
And then
what?
You may continue. This is also your show.
No.
I'm hearing you out.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving. Like I past a couple of Thanksgivings, my wife has gone to see her family up in Boston, so it's just been me. I usually cook myself some kind of feast, usually a large steak, like a rib roast. That's what I did last year. As
an aside, just so we're all, every year he's invited to my home. Never
but I work, so then by the time I have to go home and walk the dog, and I have to go in the opposite direction, and then I have to then go back past my job and then upstate New York, because you're in upstate.
I feel like all of what you just said was euphemism for masturbating.
No. Last Thanksgiving was pretty good. I made a rib roast. I watched The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. Was amazing.
Yeah, I watched that too. I feel like we watched that adjacent to one another. I'm using adjacent a lot today.
You are. Was that on the word of the day toilet paper?
You're a word of the day toilet paper. Anyhow, all
right.
Fuck you. Continue your story.
Yeah. So then I made a rib roast. I watched that. Had a lot of food. Made a stuffed artichoke for myself too.
One stuffed artichoke.
No, I made two. You always make two. In case one comes. Actually, I think I made 4. Yeah, I made 4 because they're on sale. But I only ate one, and then stuffed my face. Went to bed. Me and the dog laid down in the bed, and woke up the next day for work at 4:30 a.m.
The way you just told that story, it sounded like you were accused of raping the dog, and you were.
It felt uncomfortable when it came out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're giving your deposition.
It felt uncomfortable.
And you sped over the part with the dog bed, and the person from Law and Order SVU, Mariska Hargitay, is looking at you like, "Tell me more about what happened when you went to bed."
Anyway, Ice-T slamming down his hands on the table.
Oh, fucking Talk about a guy who turned a career trajectory you didn't see coming.
A cop
The
killer
man,
to not a literal cop killer, just sung the song.
He's an actual pimp, though.
Yeah.
Hosing the whole nine. He was slapping ladies in the face.
Yep.
He was bitch better have my money in people.
They used to play his videos on the Playboy channel.
Yeah, because they were so graphic.
Yep.
Him and Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yep.
Put him on the glass.
Yep.
I still say them. I say it to whoever. Men, women, I say it. I want to see what they'll put on the glass. Who knows? Maybe you get a boob, maybe you get a butt, maybe you get someone blowing a raspberry. Who knows you're going to get out of somebody when you say put them on a glass, you know? The real grab bag. So me, I respect Thanksgiving as a 4-day. I'm writing back to myself. 4-day holiday. Christmas, weirdly enough, Christmas Eve, when we have our yearly celebration, and Christmas Day, and then I feel like Christmas just, because Christmas has such a defined point of like the gifts and the hugging and whatnot, the moment Christmas Day is over, I feel like Christmas is done.
Oh, wow. You don't have much Christmas spirit.
Feel different. I love Christmas. I just feel, I'm not saying I'm not happy it's still the holidays. I don't, it's still cold out, but I feel like the moment Christmas Day is over, oh my God, Christmas is done. Bye Christmas. As I tell my child to say to his Mickey Mouse when he goes to bed at night, bye Mickey Mouse, bye Christmas. Done.
Yeah.
And Halloween, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Halloween.
You're not a big Halloween person.
I mean, when I was a younger man and I would go out partying, you get a couple weekends out of Halloween.
That's when you were single and you used to enjoy the costumes the
costumes, the libations, the dancing, the partying, the grinding, the touching, the saying hello to people. The whole nine. That's when that what I would define by the Saturdays before and after Halloween, because it's acceptable to drink. If Halloween falls on a Saturday, you're actually kind of fucked.
Yeah, you miss out on because you usually Halloween, if it's on a weekday, you get the Halloween, then you get the Saturday, or the Friday and Saturday.
Exactly. Weekday Halloween, you get the week before because you're like, oh, it's almost Halloween. This is my Halloween night.
Yep, you could always find like a pre-Halloween party. Exactly.
Halloween on Saturday, you're like, oh, it's fucking Halloween. Celebrate now. Don't be a weirdo.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. So are we talking about a movie?
Yeah. At this point, I don't know.
How far into the show are we? This might be our new record. We've yet to actually mention
maybe
the movie.
10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm sure people want to know what we do for our holidays.
Yeah.
I'm sure anyone who downloads people, there's a Venn diagram that's basically just a flat circle of people who want to hear about two idiots talk about Army of Darkness, and people want to know about other people's holiday plans. So.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the movie we're talking about, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness.
Not to be confused with the movie where he fights Air Bud, Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness.
You've done better in the past. That wasn't your best.
Or the one where Air Bud gets Ralph Macchio off of a murder charge in the South. Air Bud, attorney at Paw.
Yes. That might be one of your better ones.
I try. So anyhow, yeah, fucking Army of Darkness.
Yep.
I didn't like the movie the first time I saw it.
You
Bruce
didn't?
Campbell. I love Bruce Campbell. Did not.
Why not?
I've only seen this movie roughly 3 times.
Really?
Maybe 2, for being honest.
Wow. I thought I've seen a lot more.
I have a weird thing where I love Bruce Campbell but don't always enjoy Bruce Campbell movies.
Okay. I feel you on that.
Yeah. I've read both his books. He has 3 books. The third one I have no interest in because it's basically a romance guide, and I'm doing okay in the romance. Got a good woman. The first 2 are very good. Hail the Chin and don't remember the name of the other one. Also, still Hail the Chin, whatever it's called.
Hail to the Chin,
Chin could kill and Hail the Chin. If Chins could kill and Hail the Chin. Great books. Awesome Hollywood memoirs. Wonderful story this guy's had. Big Bruce Campbell fan, but other than Briscoe County Jr. and strangely enough Burn Notice, because apparently I'm a 55-year-old woman who lives in Florida on her husband's retirement check, I don't like a lot of Bruce Campbell stuff.
See, I've still never gotten to see Briscoe County Jr.
I've never seen the whole thing. I have the whole thing legally downloaded. I also have Jack of All Trades on DVD. Never finished watching either one, but it's entertaining stuff. He's good. He's very much someone who should have been it's obviously it's cliche at this point to say he should have been way more famous than he is.
Yeah.
And not saying he's not famous, but
Yeah.
he really, it doesn't make any sense how
more of
he's
a
not
cult
the biggest
following
thing
than
ever.
a full follow. Like,
yeah, well, he's almost an actor out of time. You know, if you would have taken everything he's able to do and dropped him off in the 1950s, and they didn't decide he's a communist, he'd be the biggest star in the world. Yeah, he seems like something out of. You ever see Hail Caesar?
Yeah.
Strangely enough, I don't believe he might pop up for a second in it, but I don't really think he's in it, which is weird because he pops up in a lot of Coen Brothers stuff. They might not have put him in because he's just too spot on as being part of that world. Like, he's just such a throwback to those old, big chinned, very, very not over actor, like big actors. Like he feels like he's acting in a very both natural and unnatural way. Does that make any sense at all?
It does.
Like, you don't feel like you're peering into someone's life and just watching them do stuff, but you do feel like he's believable while he's almost like a stage actor on screen.
Uh-huh.
And he's fucking awesome. He should have been the biggest deal ever. And as he's gotten to be a bigger deal over the years, but it took him not being a big deal to make him a big deal, which is kind of weird. So what are your first thoughts about this movie?
I like it. This probably out of the three, my most favorite.
I'll agree with that.
But I think because it's more comical than the other two.
Yes.
The other two are the first one I think is almost like a serious horror movie. Second one's like midway, and then this one's full blown comedy.
Yes.
I don't see much horror in this movie.
Yeah, and you know me, I don't like scary things. I don't like mopey, sad.
And that's why we went for this one instead of one or two.
Exactly. But weirdly enough, I don't understand it myself. I like H.P. Lovecrafty stuff, and when it comes to books, like I read this guy Peter Klein, who writes a lot of weird, offbeat, like sci-fi Lovecraft stuff. Like, it becomes horror, and I'm into it. I like it a lot, and I'm reading that book, which is super depressing but good. Lovecraft Country. They're about to Lovecraft Country. I think they're about to make it into an HBO show. And it's about racism and Lovecraft monsters, all this shit, and I'm into that. But on screen, I can never get into, like straight horror. It freaks me the fuck out. So something like this is like right in my, like Shaun of the Dead, stuff where bad things happen, but there's you're going to get a happy ending somewhat of a happy ending by the end of it. I can deal with that. I like one of my favorite shows all the time is Supernatural. It's a horror show. People get fucking chopped in half all the time, but the good guys always win. So I'm like, all right, I can deal with this. So when was the first time you saw this? Did you see it back in the day? Because I didn't.
Oh yeah, I saw this. What year did it come out? 92. I probably remember it from around 94.
So you saw it first video run?
Yeah.
Back when the box had the fancy Bruce Campbell with all the abs drawn on it, like he was fucking. Yep, exactly. Like Star Wars.
Yeah,
Mark
exactly.
Hamill's invisible abs. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like I would have benefited on the list of movies I wish I would have seen when they first came out to get that full effect of it, when it was really marketed towards me. I wish I could have seen this when it first came out, because by the time I saw it was at least 20 years later before I saw this movie. I didn't see this movie till maybe 15, like about 10 years ago. I probably saw this movie.
Wow.
Finally. Yeah, and it was years and years of like, oh, I want to see that. I want to see it. I can't believe I never sat down and saw it. I can't believe I never sat down and saw it. Oh. And I finally sat down and watched it, and it didn't live up to those expectations. But on the second viewing, which was recent, which for this, it's a fucking fun movie. It's real cool. I was into it this time.
Oh, it's
not perfect.
No, but it's got a lot of fun parts. It's a lot of memorable quotes. Like
well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, this is my boomstick. I say that all the time at work for anything. Anytime I have to bring something to a tool or something to do something. Something. Yeah, since apparently that's my word of the day.
Doctor.
Yeah, anytime I got to bring a rake. Yada
So
yada.
anything's the boomstick.
And yeah, everything's a boomstick. Shop smart, shop S smart, all the time.
Was the boomstick originally in Evil Dead 2 or no?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched that one.
Yeah, I've only seen these movies like once.
Yeah, you got Give Me Some Sugar Baby. You got Hail to the King.
Yeah, you know what it is? I'm not even sure if I like any of these movies. I just know I love that character. I love that character. I love the way he's played. And again, this movie, I have like so many mixed feelings about this because it's good. I would like 100% suggest recommend it to anyone. Like if someone said, "Hey, should I watch Army of Darkness?" Like, yeah, definitely, no doubt in my mind, I would tell someone else to watch it. But I don't know how much I like it. Does that make any sense at all?
Not really, but I kind of get it. It's weird. I don't understand it, but I get it. Like I don't have that feeling, but I get it.
The things that bother me about it are weird. I'm not saying fucking, we listen to some other shows where people are in the industry and they've this all experience is really like technical knowledge. And so we like to plug other people's shows, like a Saturday Movie Sleepovers. Those guys watch something and they talk about it, and they come from a background of audio engineers and having gone to film school, and they have all these opinions. So to call myself a film nerd versus the other shows out there, maybe a stretch. But I have an above average understanding.
You are an amateur.
Yeah, I'm a cognoscente. I'm an appreciator. I'm a knowledgeable man. Not quite the wine sommelier, but I'm an aficionado. It's probably the best way to put it. I'm one of those. So I watch things from that angle, that view, and it makes me look at shit way too deep. And sometimes I don't like things about movies that I shouldn't give a fuck about.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't love, I'm not a huge fan of the pacing of the movie. It feels again and Bruce Campbell should have been back then. It feels almost like most of what Sam Raimi did before Spider-Man, and I'd have to go back and rewatch the first Spider-Mans to really make sure I'm not wrong about this. Up until that point, or maybe Simple Plan, because that came out before then, a lot of what he did felt like it was paced like something from the 50s.
Okay.
Is that you know what I mean? Like the act structure felt different. Like I watched Bridge on the River Kwai recently, which is 9,000 fucking hours long.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can do that. You're good at that. You can watch like a 3-hour movie from 1955 and be into it.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's The Great Escape, I really have trouble with that shit. And even that, I love that movie. Feels too long sometimes. Not that this movie's long. It's crisp. It's 88 minutes. But the length of the acts feels weird. Like the first act feels like it doesn't happen. And like the second act feels like it's too like not enough happens. And the third act feels like it's 9 hours.
Uh-huh. Like
the final battle of the movie feels like most of the movie. And the beginning, he's thrust into this plot in like 2 seconds. Then he goes on this little kind of quest where you don't learn that much, and then it feels like a few weeks of movie time go by, and then you're like rejoin. Is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
like
it's a quick movie. It's just I like it for that. I like the quick movies. I think what movie did I see recently that I loved? I love the Conjuring movies about Ed and Lorraine Warren. The most recent one I saw, the Annabelle one that just came out. It had the girl McKenna Grace, who's an amazing actress for her age. It was really quick. It was just like one night. It almost like it was an episode of TV. It was, they come home, have the doll causes up a lot of shit, and by the morning time, everything's clear, done with, and everyone's saved. Like, it was just nice, quick, to the point, little adventure. That's why I like this one.
That these movies do feel like almost like I'm not shitting on Sam Raimi. I love Sam Raimi. He's done a ton of stuff that's awesome. He created amazing, like the story behind the Evil Dead movies is insane. The stuff they created, the way the dude pioneered like 80s guerrilla filmmaking. The guy's a fucking superhuman.
Yeah.
Something about this movie feels like a TV movie almost. And I think that a lot of that's the editing. I know it got chopped out a lot, and I watched the shortest version of it, and I actually own the bootleg Bruce Campbell version, which I know has more stuff in it, but I didn't watch that one because I don't love that one has the alternate ending, which we'll talk about. And I don't love the ending, so I watched the S-Mart ending one.
Uh-huh.
And that's the heavily edited one. So yeah, I just don't like I said, I get fully what you mean. Just the pacing on this movie feels so weird. And the thing about, so if you're talking about The Conjuring and it takes place in one night, that makes sense. It happens that fast, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand how long this movie takes.
I'd say it takes pretty quick. It's not, I don't think weeks.
You know, just like it's one of those movies where it feels like if there was 7 more minutes, I'd fucking love it.
Uh-huh.
Like I just need a little more out of certain things. But it's a fucking cool movie. It's definitely like, you know, it's a dope flick, and you could see how Raimi was like testing stuff out again. Like you see something like this, and you see later, you know, when you see something like Spider-Man, you could see how the shot technique and all that stuff. It's cool. It's you know, he's someone who basically learned on the highest stage. They talk about, comedians talk about that, how you practice in front of an audience. I think Sam Raimi was just always practicing in front of audiences for the first like 15 years of his career. He's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a what? Movie in the desert? Yeah, fuck it, let's go, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess, apparently it was a brutal shoot. I tried to watch a documentary about it because I'm bad at my job, so I watched like half of it. But apparently it was a pretty brutal shoot. They're out in the desert, freaking breaking their ass, but he kept it fun, and he fucking worked his balls off. And he, you know, like I said, it's definitely a fun movie. Again, I would recommend it to anyone. There's a lot of, the parts are better than the saying this, it's greater than the sum of its parts.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is the opposite. Like there's a lot of cool parts, but combined, I don't love it, which is weird, but it's cool. It's also, I'd say this is more in your wheelhouse than mine too.
Yeah.
It's got that old school, you love like Stooges, they're still in the, you know, you'll sit down and watch Three Stooges this day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've you know, I can't.
I love old black and white television and movies.
Yeah, exactly. This is, we're about to have our standard Ron likes silent films and Craig thinks he's insane argument.
I like the one.
You do.
I can appreciate them. Like I can appreciate the art of them.
Yeah, it's fucking can't do it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you they all suck, but I can't get through them. So
yeah, I mean, you need more things to keep you occupied in the movie.
Yeah, well, I think you're probably more of a visuals guy and I'm more of a story guy with most things.
Uh-huh.
Is that safe to say?
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
Well, there goes my argument.
Yeah. No.
You really shut that down real fast.
Yeah,
We're going to have ourselves a witty repartee there.
Yeah, no. I will say something interesting. So, my whole life, I never really looked at what Sam Raimi looks like until recently. And my picture in my head versus what he actually looks like, I pictured an old guy almost kind of like Stan Lee.
Oh, Sam Raimi's he's probably only in his 50s right now.
Yeah, and looks completely opposite of what I thought. And I looked at the picture. I'm like, you sure that's Sam Raimi? Like I asked myself that question. I googled it again. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, nothing what I thought.
He's a real dude.
Yeah.
He's a real.
For some reason, I thought he was an older gent.
No, he was a young Gohard back then. They were in their early 30s when they made this.
Yeah.
And everyone who's listening to this probably knows by now. They all came up together. They all grew up in the same town. Raimi, Bruce Campbell, Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi's brother, Jake Tapper, the producer. All those guys they all grew up together. Was it Indiana they came from?
Not sure.
Or Wisconsin?
Michigan.
There you go. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, they grew up in Michigan together.
He was born in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Yeah, the same town, high school friends.
It's almost his birthday. October 23rd is his birthday. We're recording this on 10/19.
Who's Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
How old is he going to be?
He was born in 59. So what? 60?
Yeah, 60. Yeah, see? I was on the nose there. So let me tell you some stuff I do like about the movie. the linger on the hole before the blood fountain shoots out, that's a fucking funny joke.
Uh-huh.
Because the blood fountain makes zero sense, and it's hilarious. I will say that. I will say the Deadites are almost unnecessarily scary to a point where I respect. Because it's like, he manages to, in a comedy horror movie, he makes something that just fucking chills me to my fucking very core.
Yeah.
The skeleton army's dope. Ridiculous. And they do this weird thing where the practical effects don't necessarily look good, but they work so fucking well.
Yeah, the way he filmed it, it worked great. Is it like claymation or stop motion?
It's stop motion. It's some of it's claymation, like the Skeleton Army. Like Bruce having the fucking second Bruce head on his shoulder. That shit, if you freeze it, looks absolutely trash because it's supposed to be. It was fucking early 90s. They know,
yeah.
There's only so much you could do. But it's this weird, like, almost like in Total Recall when you see fake Schwarzenegger for a second when his head's fucking shaking and the fucking thing's coming out of his nose.
Yep.
But you're like, okay, I'll deal with this. Like, they walk that into that uncanny valley where you're like, all right, I'm gonna let this slide, and they sell it, and it fucking just works really fucking well. They work really well with everything. The action shot nicely. The fucking action is cool. It's just, as I'm talking about it, I think I understand my problem with movies. I just want more of it. It's not that I don't like what I saw. It's that I'm disappointed there wasn't more.
Yeah. My favorite part of this movie is, again, it's a line. It's when he messes up the phrase when he gets the Necronomicon. And he's got to say, Klata Barata Niktu. And he's like, Klata Barata.
He tries to cough it out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He's fucking great. That's you know what that's from, right?
Yeah, the day the earth stood still.
Yeah. It's one of the...
It's actually supposed to be Klaatu Barata in that movie.
Oh.
This is Barata.
Look at you knowing things. Look at you.
Yeah, like, again, because I like old black and white movies.
Yeah. Barata, like that bread thing, right? That's a bread treat at an Italian restaurant.
I don't know. No, well, this is a D. That's a T.
Isn't burrata like a thing? Burrata pizza.
You're a burrata pizza.
Yeah, it's like a piece of Italian bread with stuff on it.
You're a piece of Italian bread with stuff on it.
It's cheese.
You're cheese.
I'm a cheese. You're shut up. Remember when people called each other cheese dick? That was the thing people used to say. Anyway, why was there a deadite in the hole?
I don't know.
Where did it come from? That's the thing I never fully understood about this movie either. Is
what's going on? They trapped it?
But like, where's all this coming from? They never fully am I wrong? They never fully explain what's actually going on.
They might have. I don't remember hearing it, but they might have.
Like who are they fight? Like who's the bad guy?
The Deadites. It's just the evil.
Deadites...
So it's the evil that they're fighting, the army of darkness. The whole point is they need to get the Necronomicon to say the words to send everything back.
Oh, so basically the portal's been opened. That portal's kicking out Deadites and
yeah. So now they got to close.
It's like a hole. It's like a black hole of evil just spreading.
It's a hole in the bottom of the sea. It's a hole.
Gotcha.
It's a hole. It's a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Gotcha. You're a hole in the bottom of the sea.
Yep.
So, okay, I got you. That makes sense. And he's trying to close that. Okay, that makes sense. I missed that part. Sorry, not good at my job again. Did you ever watch the Evil Dead show?
The Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
Yeah.
I only watched the first episode. I don't have stars. I didn't really feel like...
Netflix now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I watched the first season. It was good. The classic Craig, Ron knows I do this. I binge watched the shit out of the first season of the show and then just immediately stopped watching it ever again.
Yeah, like Justified.
Yeah, exactly. Very accurate, sir.
Yeah, I binge watched the entire series of Justified. And he's like, oh, I only watched the first season. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
You got to figure out what happened to Raylan Givens.
Yeah, he probably shot someone.
He shot many people. He's Raylan Givens.
He's a shooting man.
Yeah.
See, and I really enjoy Timothy Oliphant. Yeah, can't finish it. Not for me. Anyway.
So, a little trivia. Army of
Okay.
Darkness wasn't the... Well, like we said, it's not the entire title. The real title is Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness.
Which is awesome.
They shortened it for official purposes to just Army of Darkness. What he wanted to do was kind of take it back to that old Hollywood like you were talking about and make it feel like Abbott and Costello, like Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman, things like that.
See, so I'm not totally crazy.
No, you actually, you're right on. You're spot on. And the original title wasn't even that. It was supposed to be The Medieval Dead.
I like that one. Not Army of Darkness.
Yeah, not Army of Darkness.
That's unfortunate.
Medieval Bread, it would have been.
That makes me happy. I don't know why. That's like 9 jokes removed on a pun. I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's like you said, definitely a big departure from the originals also.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's fucking ballsy when someone's like, hey, you want to make a sequel to this movie? And you're like, yeah, totally. And you make completely different fucking
He's
movies.
been wanting to make this for a while. After Evil Dead 2, he just couldn't get funding. And after he made Darkman, with the success of that, Universal finally gave him money.
Well, Dino De Laurentiis helped him out, right?
Yep. They split the budget. Universal and Dino De Laurentiis.
I believe in discussing Dino De Laurentiis in a documentary I watched.
You're picturing him like the Flintstones dog?
No, but yes, Dino De Laurentiis, accurate. That makes me happy again. Thank you for that image. He's behind a desk and he's got a suit on. Fucking Dino, he's a dinosaur.
With no pants?
Anyway, I was picturing Denver the Last Dinosaur. Remember that guy? What is he even doing? He's our friend and a whole lot more. Bruce Campbell talking about auditioning actresses to play the role that, what's her damn name? Who played the lady in this movie? Only one.
What?
Who played the lady in this movie?
What's her name? Not Bridget Fonda.
She was in it though.
Yeah.
She's in it. M. Beth Davis. Bridget Fonda's in it because she fucking liked Evil Dead so much that she agreed to be in the movie for fucking 14 seconds.
Well, she also auditioned for Darkman. And didn't get it.
Bridget Fonda seems like a fun lady.
Oh no, she had she auditioned for Darkman but didn't get it.
No, she's married to Danny Elfman. Look at that.
What? Who?
She's married to Danny Elfman.
Bridget Fonda?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I don't fucking pay attention.
No, did we?
Anyway.
I don't think we did. No, I don't think we did. We talked about Boam Parker, Bob Carter, whatever her name is, Parker.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, her.
Yeah. Do you think when Bridget Fonda married Danny Elfman, they had a dead man's wedding party?
You know it.
Boingo, boingo. Anyway, so
it's a dead man's party.
Are you picturing Back to School?
Of course.
When the teacher whose age is indeterminate because she has the face of a 40-year-old and the hair of a 60-year-old.
She actually has the hair of Hulk Hogan, if you think about it.
Yeah, she's got Hulk Hogan's hair, and the woman most likely in her 50s looks to be late 30s, but then has the hair of an older woman. It's very confusing.
Yep.
The 80s were strange. That was a choice. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
He said when they were before Bette Davis took the role because they wanted a serious actress. Dino De Laurentiis had them auditioning all these actresses of, as Bruce Campbell says, various Italian actresses of great size and quantity. And he did like the outline of a lady when he said great size. So, Bill Moseley pops up in this. He's one of the Skell people.
Yeah.
Fucking old Chop Top / guy from House of a Thousand Corpses. I hate that movie with I'm not going to start.
Those types of movies I do not appreciate. I don't like I love Halloween. I like that kind of slasher movie. I don't like gratuitous gore. Like I cannot watch Hostel. I cannot watch Green Inferno. I cannot watch those movies that are just fuck. I don't know. I can't do it. I can watch Chainsaw Massacre, the original, because I just laugh at it. I mean, he runs the old man hits the woman with the bristle side of a broom, and she's just like, ah, it's the bristles. I mean, come on. But those movies that I cannot do. I've seen them all, but I do not like them. I'll watch them once to see if I like it, and then after that, I'll never watch it again.
Oh, nope, it's happening. I'm gonna yell about it. Yeah, fuck those movies. So I wasn't gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Give me 30 seconds here. Start the clock if you want. Fuck those movies because fuck you, Rob Zombie. Because you've been famous for fucking 30 years. The world's sad, depressing, and evil. Dude, you've been rich forever. What are you doing? What's going on here, bro? You've been rich for literally ever. I'm sure you're a nice guy. Whatever, bro. It doesn't make fucking sense. You're talking out your ass. The fucking with the darkness and everybody's so upset and I want to show it's just unnecessary killing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who's watching these things? It's upsetting. The movie makes no sense. It's just it's a remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It doesn't make any sense. And it's hard to make less sense than Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but they do it. No sense. Zero sense.
You done?
First you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me. The blow. Also a good line from this movie.
You done?
I guess I'm done.
All right.
Anyhow, yeah, it's just, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm glad we've solved my issues with this movie because I think it's just I want more of this movie. That's what pisses me off. Is I'm like, man, there's so many that character, and I guess that's why the character endured and became. He pops up in so many comic books and his own show, and people with the statues and the cosplay, because there's so much of that character, and I guess maybe Raimi and Campbell and everyone else did a good job of giving you just enough that you could fill in some of the blanks yourself.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that's why the character endured so long. Was because by the time they had to explain him, it was 20 years later, and they had plenty of time to figure out what they want him to be. Maybe if this movie's 20 minutes longer, maybe you find out too much, and I don't want to deal with it. But that character is just so good that I want to live in that world. I want to know more about his life. And my favorite part of this movie is the end. That's smart. The tacked on ending that they didn't want to do. So I love that character. I love seeing that character do shit in the real world.
Yeah.
So, I do like. I think Ted Raimi does it when the skeleton goes, "Let's get the hell out of here." I love that. This also has a very solid, if not, I have to use the word poorly, if not poorly led into the Calvary's here scene. You kind of forget that the Eric the Red guy exists.
Uh-huh.
Red Man Jenkins. You forget he's even there, and then he pops. He shows us the save the day. I love that. I love, like, my favorite part of any Lord of the Rings movies is when fucking Gandalf shows up. Look at the mountains or whatever. It's fucking 6 a.m. Whatever the fuck they tell the midgets to do, right?
Yeah.
And they look at the mountains, and there's Gandalf. I love shit like that. This movie has a great Calvary scene. I love the hug at the end. I love the fact that he brings the end of the movie is fucking real solid. It just, like I said, my issues are, I want more of this movie. So with that said, I'm probably just gonna end up going to watch Ash vs. Evil Dead for the rest of the month. I'll see you in 2020. Who were in a fight though? The mini Ashes are the dudes from Willow.
You mean the brownies?
The Gelflings, brownies, whatever they're called.
The brownies.
The Geldings.
The brownies, not the Pecks.
Yeah, Kevin Pollak.
Yeah. I'm going to say the brownies.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Sometimes you speak and I don't know why we're friends.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I feel like the mini Ash would beat the fuck out of those guys. There's just, first off, there's fucking just two of them.
There's more of them. There's more of them. Those are just the two that have to, watch the baby.
Look, I love.
They
Kevin
have to
Pollak.
steal the baby.
I love Kevin Pollak, and I like that guy who's with Kevin Pollak. His name I can never remember. But any crew where the toughest dude they can come up with to defend the baby is Kevin Pollak, not a crew that's beating up a bunch of fucking little Bruce Campbell. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
That's.
Man took on Kaiser Soze.
He lost though.
Still. He took on the boogeyman.
Baba Yaga. So yeah, man. I'm glad we got to the bottom of me apparently actually liking this movie more than I thought. So Do you have any any special memories? I feel like I've spoken more than usual this episode. There.
You always talk a lot.
That's my thing.
Special memories? No, I mean I just enjoyed this movie. I've always have. I was actually weirded out when I bought Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness, and I bought it and I saw the different ending.
Oh, he sleeps too long?
Yeah, and I was like, that's
that's
not the one I remember.
Yeah, well, we forgot to discuss that. There's these movies have a lot of, it's a known thing that there's like 8 gazillion versions of this movie that got chopped up and moved around and put on this and put on TV.
Yeah, I think it took a year to come out.
Yeah, it took a while. Yeah, they fucking chopped the shit out of this movie. And the original ending they had written was he takes that potion and sleeps too long and wakes up in like the post-apocalypse, which...
Yeah, post-apocalyptic London.
Yeah, which they said would have led to another movie, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been cool. But instead, the test audiences didn't like it, kind of depressing, which I get. I don't love fucking movies that... If I want to end on a happy note with stuff like this, especially if I'm not sure I'm getting a sequel. Although in hindsight, had they done that and they came out with Ash vs. Evil Dead years later, you could have had a movie where, Apocalypse Ash. But they went back and reshot it with the S-Mart ending, which is still pretty dope. Yeah, it's cool. It's like you said, it's the Deadites themselves it's a cool idea and like a really much more horrific idea than one would think based on a comedic fascist movie. That idea of like you look at someone, they're normal, you turn around, you look back, and all of a sudden they're fucking. You know what I mean? Like that's scary. That is sonically fucked.
I'm gonna say if they used the original ending, you wouldn't have the show nowadays, because it would have then made the budget for the show double or triple.
True.
So they needed that to be normal, S-Mart, because that's where they staged it. You can go to a store and say, hey, we want to film here. They'll be like, sure. You can't, creating a post-apocalyptic world. It'll be like fucking Cyborg.
True. I think it gets a little real on the show. I have to go back and watch. I think it actually gets...
Oh, I'm sure it does, but just sets alone, like it would just cost too much.
I hear that. I think what I'm going to do with this movie is I'm going to attempt to soon watch Evil Dead 2. Because Evil Dead 1 is, while it's an amazingly made movie, for someone like me, unnecessary watch at this point. Just
don't watch the remake, because that is a true horror movie, and you will not like that.
I'm just going to cry. I read a description of it once and almost came to tears.
Yeah.
Big baby. But I would like to watch Evil Dead 2 and immediately watch Army of Darkness as if they're two parts of the same movie.
Uh-huh. So you get more of a feel? More of a movie you want?
Yeah, I think it might work better if I get that. But that's the dosage of Ash I want. Like an ashtray hungry for butts.
Uh-huh.
I need a higher dosage of Ash.
All right.
So with that said, who's your who we talking? We talking Tyson?
Yeah. I know my Pamela. Well, I'm kind of tossed up on my Pamela Reed because actually no, I'm not. I'm gonna go Beth David.
Really?
Yeah. Or I was also gonna do Patricia Tallman, who played Barbara on the Night of the Living Dead. She was the possessed witch.
Really?
Yeah.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. That?
Yeah.
Huh. I would say, because I'm too lazy to do the research. My computer's closed right now. Lady who plays the lady who Ross cheats on from Friends.
The lady who Ross cheats on.
As my Pamela Reed. When they're on a break, and Ross makes sex with the copy girl.
Okay. I can't figure out her name.
She is also, she's in this. She's the one he kisses at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with, you go with her. You go copy girl then. I'm going to go with Beth Davids.
I would love to look her name up, but I feel like in honor of Friends, it's best to just call her copy girl.
I think so.
That's her name.
Yeah,
yeah, copy girl. And I'm going to say Ted Raimi. For my,
Ted Raimi, I'll agree with you.
My Richard Ty.
Yeah, definitely Ted Raimi.
So, who knows? Maybe we'll rename this Searching for Ted Raimi if Richard Tyson never reaches out to us. We can't do that. I tried to. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to joke. Horrible. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried the power play run. It didn't work out. Sorry, Richard. Sorry.
We're sorry.
I tried. I went for the power play, and then I immediately regretted it.
Craig is not invited over to our barbecue that you're invited over to.
Oh man, you know he's gonna man the grill.
He is.
He's gonna bring the good steak. Oh, he probably brings a nice bottle of wine. He kisses your mom on the cheek.
No, he's gonna bring some good beer.
He remembers an anecdote about
maybe some
everyone
whiskey
at the party.
or bourbon.
Oh, I would drink with him. I don't even drink. I'd drink with him. I'd smoke a cigar. Anyway, so yeah, that's a fucking. That's Evil Dead. Yeah, the Army of Evil Dead, Darkness Dead. So we'll be back next time with Can we give him a little? Can we give a rare preview? What we're doing next? We tell him.
Hold on. No, let's not, because we could change it at any point.
That's a good idea.
Right.
Okay, good call. So yeah, we'll be back next week with a movie. We will not tell you which one.
Nope.
Because we sometimes change our mind at the last minute because we're stupid and lazy.
Depends on how easy it is to find the movie.
Exactly. We're not really good at this job. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Enjoy Halloween falls on a Thursday this year, so enjoy the Saturday before, the Saturday after,
and the Thursday.
Remember, gentlemen.
And the 30th, because the 30th is a very special day.
It's your anniversary.
It's my anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your anniversary. I was your best man, as I should be. So you were mine.
And
I love you,
yours.
buddy.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember, gentlemen. There's nothing a lady likes more on Halloween than a man who is confident enough to exercise a bit and dress like a woman. And remember, ladies, there's nothing a man.
Craig has dressed up like Chung-Li before.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies, remember, there's nothing a man likes more than a woman wearing a funny yet attractive costume. Let's not be slutty tuna cans this year. That sounded weird. Let's not be slutty Converse sneakers this year. Let's be like Abraham Lincoln in a slightly more
you would have to be
shirt.
Babraham Lincoln.
Exactly. That's my point. That's a costume you fall in love with.
Yep.
So let's all carry ourselves with a little respect there, kids. So men, keep your stuff in your pants. Ladies, be good to each other.
Thank you. Find us wherever you find your podcasts, and send us some kind of correspondence.
Yeah, email, fucking pigeon letter, whatever. Fucking, or don't. I don't. I'm dead to you people. Goodbye. Untitled Movie Podcast.